Hi friends, welcome back to Frosty Eye Candy. So I'm going to jump straight in with the dried and resin results. Here's the 4-way split bloom. As you can see, she came out beautifully, and the resin, again, for owning a cat, I was so lucky for not getting any cat fur in the resin. It came out flawless. So there we go, my friends. How did I get to these? So let's run through some colors with you. The first color we're going to lay down, it's the Rustoleum, the Goldmine, the metallic accents range. This is going down first, and then after that we are jumping into the TLPs, and this one first. This one is called Taffy. There we go. It's a fantastic, beautiful blue color, as you can see, with this fantastic shimmer to it. It really is quite amazing. So that's going on top of the Goldmine. And then next we're using another TLP. This one is called Frost. Here we go. It's this beautiful light kind of blue color with a gorgeous silver shimmer to it, almost kind of silver shimmer. But that's going down on top of the Taffy. And then the next TLP, it's one of our favorites, all-time favorites. It's little piggy Twinkle. It's the dual interference. One way it casts a kind of a violet hue, and the other way it casts a blue hue. So that's going on top of the Frost. And then we are going to have a tube paint, and this is the Liquitex. This is the Prism Violet, and Prism Violet is totally transparent, as you can see by the little square not filled in there. And then the cell activators. It's the Shelly Art recipe of Australian Floetrol Amsterdam paint, and we're going to be using our Prussian blue Amsterdam. And then we're going to be using the Goldmine as a cell activator too. So we're going to use the two on top of each other. And that's what really helps give us these amazing big, huge jumbo cells, as you can see there in the middle. But that's enough waffling and chitty chat chat. We're going to get the camera pointing down, and we're going to get on with this 4-way split. Okay then, friends, so the first thing I should say is these are 4 coasters, and as you can see I have laid them all out together to make a square on my spinner board, and this is what's going to give us the 4-way split bloom. So that was the pillow there, and as it said on the bottom of the screen, it's the Glidden Premium in white satin, and I put down around about 5, maybe 6 ounces of pillow paint, so just over an ounce for each of these little coasters. And I just like to spread the pillow out over the whole canvas, just because sometimes if we leave the puddle on the canvas or whatever we're pouring on, it can sometimes leave a ring when it dries, and we don't want that. So in we go for the first colour, and this is the Rustoleum, the Goldmine, one of my favourite colours. It's a fantastic, lovely, deep gold colour, and makes a fabulous background to any pours. But if you've been watching my videos for a while, you may have started noticing a bit of a reason to the way I pour and the colours that I layer down. I usually layer a metallic or a reflective first, and then layer it with some semi-transparents or some transparents, and it can give us some really pleasing results when our consistencies are on, and we get some really lovely fades in between the colours. So this one is the TLP, and this one is Taffy. Gorgeous deep blue colour with a fantastic shimmer to it. It's really pretty. Now, a lot of the little piggies aren't actually labelled whether they're transparent or semi-transparent. Usually with pigments, unless they're marked opaque, they are generally going to be transparent or semi-transparent. So this colour I'm putting down now, this is the Frost by TLP, lovely light blue with almost interference blue quality to it when it blooms out. And this one is one of my all-time favourites. This is the TLP, and this is Twinkle, the dual interference. One way it looks magenta, the other way it looks blue. No, sorry, not magenta, it is violet. So the next colour we're going to put down now, my friends, it's going to be the Liquitex soft body acrylic, and this one is the Prism Violet. Oh, I've seen just a couple of little bubbles there. Let's get rid of those bubbles. And in we go with the Prism Violet. Now it looks a little bit thick, again using up paints that I already had mixed up, and I just don't have the heart to throw them away. But we saw the end result and it looks quite pleasing, so I think we got away with this one. So now we're going to put down the Shelly Art recipe of a cell activator. If you'd like to know what Shelly Art is, please follow the web address on the bottom of the screen. It's an online pouring course that I highly recommend indeed, and I have a 15% off discount code which is on the screen now, and you can share and use as much as you like. So in we go for the blow, just blowing this bloom out and getting the cell activator over the colours there. Now when using the Rustoleum as a cell activator, it does take a little bit longer because it's sinking through the Prussian blue cell activator. Here we go for a nice close-up and we can see these jumbo cells start to actually form. As you can see, I'm trying to blow it out with a straw, but again with the Rustoleum on top of the Prussian blue cell activator, it really, this is what we're going to get, and the cells that are in the middle are just going to get larger and larger. So when we go for a nice close-up and just back out again, guys, so you can see the modifications that I make. So I try to follow the flow of the bloom or the lines that are in the composition, in the actual bloom itself. Try to follow the lines and add some movement with some little whoops and little circles and little tiny modifications. But there we go. I'm very happy with that one there. If you ever get a little spot just outside the bloom, drag your modification tool, in my case it's a toothpick, but if you drag it through and then into the bloom, you get this lovely kind of V-shaped heart almost. But then I go for a couple of more of the little swirls just to kind of balance the one that's at the top there. And a couple of little swirls and little whoop-de-doos there. And as you can see, whilst you've been listening to me waffle on and I've been doing these modifications, the cells in the middle of the piece have just got larger and larger and larger as that Rustoleum cell activator has sank down through the Prussian blue and then through the colours. So last couple of little modifications here, guys, and we're going to get ready for the first spin. But those cells in the middle are absolutely lovely, and I love the way the Prussian blue halos the gold like that. Really gives us some great definition between the cell activator and the colours. Oh, quick little piggy glimpse. Shimmers, piggy, shimmers. But in we go, or out we go rather, for the first spin. Now I love leaving my spins in real time, friends, so that anyone watching for the first time or still learning, they can see how long and how fast I spin for. And as you can see, it's not that fast, it's a good steady pace, but I do let it spin for a little bit longer than usual. Wow. And just as I said, the cells in the middle are just getting bigger and bigger. And of course, the more we spin it, the larger they're going to get. And I love this 4-way split bloom over the 4 coasters because it's a little more individual than doing each one separately. It's almost like a little 4-way puzzle. And I just like doing it. But in we go for the second spin, friends, just getting rid of that last bit of paint so it should dry nice and evenly and beautifully with no cracking. Wow, so there we go with a huge, nice close-up, my friends. See those huge cells there? Super jumbo cells in the 4-way split bloom. And you can see how those 5 colours have kind of blended into each other and given us many more variants and shades. So here we go, guys. There's a nice little close-up of all the piggies shimmering there. A Twinkle, also the Taffy, and also the Frost. But there we go, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, share and subscribe. If you like what you see here, please go to my online store at Facebook. This is for sale. And as always, happy pouring.